Don't be a chicken. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks. Morning. What we're going to do today here is I'm going to take this carburetor off and clean it. Every year before I really, at least once a year, I will take the carburetors off, clean them, and rebuild them if necessary with all new gaskets and parts. But not every time I take them apart to clean them, the gunk out of the inside. And what I just try to eliminate any problems I have out when I get to the water so it runs good. You know, about once a month, new spark plugs. You know, when you're mixing your gas and oil, that way you know it's going to run. And with the carburetor's cleaned, it ain't going to be hard to start or anything. It's going to go pretty good. Just try to eliminate any problems we have. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, we're going to unhook the throttle linkage here. And that should just snap out of there. It's kind of like a plastic clip. Just that easy. We'll unhook the fuel lines. And before we go anywhere, we'll slice that off so we don't forget. We'll cut this zip tie off where the fuel line is. Take a 1/2-inch wrench and loosen this up. Right there on the bottom here we got to take off. I'll have to cut that zip tie. What I like to do is I like just taking, it has the smell, just disassemble it and I'll show you. Not to say I'm not a mechanic, but this is just how I do it. It has that smell of old gas in it, so I mean it's, so you know it's, and chances are I could have hooked it up to the fuel tank and it would have been fine, but I have found in the past that it's better to just clean them all out and start the season at least with a clean fuel, clean carburetor, and new spark plugs. It don't look too bad, but we'll clean it up. What I'll do is I'll count how many turns out this is. So it'd be half, 1, half, 2, and 1/4. I'll make sure that's clean, because you know a lot of times the float sticking is a lot of the problems, because see how tiny those ports are and stuff. So I mean, rubbing alcohol, let me just get it where you can see it. It's just rubbing alcohol and I put it in a cup instead of using a bunch of harsh carburetor cleaners. And what I do is I take one of these syringes. It's It's not the kind, this is not the kind for injection. This is just kind for like measuring out children's medicine and stuff. And I just suck that up in there, and I just kind of, and two, it don't make your hands stink, and it's not harsh. But like here, I'll take and go down through these holes and all that, and see where it's coming out there. Remember was the float for there. We're just going to rinse all this off. Bowl. Here's what I do next then. I'll take my canned air. I like to use the canned air versus the air compressor. And I'll just blow through all these. Make sure everything's free and clear. I'm not saying this is the right way. I'm just showing you this is the way I do it. Alrighty. Now we'll put it back together. We'll blow that old gas out of the gas lines before we put any new gas to it, but at least we know now that all this is clean. That's clean. We'll put that right back there. Make sure the gasket's on there. Slide that pin right back in. That foot don't look right. Let's see. Let me go get the specs on it and we'll see what that is. That foot doesn't look right. The book says if this lays down from the surface, the gasket, from the gasket surface to the bottom of the float should be between 1 and 1 3/8 inches. So according to this, it's about 1 1/4. So that's between the 1 and 1 3/8. So I'm going to leave it alone. next time I order a kit for this carburetor, I probably need to order screws. I'll take this off a couple times. Anytime I get bad gas, anytime I get, if there's an issue, I'll take it off and clean it out. And I'm getting the screws more here from taking it apart. Put this jet back in. What we'll do is we'll run this all the way down and seat it and back it out 2 1/4 turns. And when we seat it, we don't want to seat it real hard. We just want to feel it bump. There's half, 1, half, 2 1/4. Okay, I spared you the noise of the air compressor. I blowed out the lines here, and so let's put this together. Okay, we're going to put this last fuel line on. Okay, well, we got it. Let's put this fuel line back in this holder. And it wasn't too bad, was it? But, oh, we forgot to hook this up. Hook our linkage up here, but let's do that real quick. Snap in. Here we be. Alright, let's take that spark plug out, and a whole lot of clearance there. It doesn't look too bad, but new set of plugs won't hurt a thing. Better? Let me get it where you can see it. And for the amount that a spark plug cost, it's well worth it. It is really tight getting that socket in there. It's not made for a real socket, I don't think. There it is. You gotta have it turned just right. Get the bottom one out of there. Take a peek. Not too bad. But these are the things that I feel could be prevented, and Alright. I haven't tried this since we did all this work, so what you see is what it's going to be. Not bad. No water coming out the end here. Let's see what your malfunction is. That would be you right there. Don't try this at home. Well, not bad.